What is up, everybody? A fine Thursday. Wednesday? Thursday? I think it's Thursday. I think basketball's on, or football's on tonight. So, camera's crooked, but yeah. But it is November 13th, 2025. Leaves are gone. They're off the trees anyway, but they're not out of my freaking neighbor's yard, so they're going to end up blowing into my yard eventually. Which I have a remedy for that. I brought my leaf blower, and I'm going to take it over there and blow all the leaves back into his yard, maybe up to the street anyway. I tried to do it yesterday, but it was so windy that they were just blowing right back in my face and into my yard, so I had to just leave them. But anyway, you can see that this is pretty clean right here right now, because this truck I have over here has to get in here, and things are going to start getting cold fast. So there's a couple things I need to process. I think this is stainless, this really long hose, and then I found a bunch of other stuff, and we're going to go through it real quick. You'll notice that up here I have one of these mailboxes. The other one is right down here. I tried to sell them on Marketplace. Nobody wanted them. And gosh, it seems so nice. I hate to get rid of them, but I might have to throw this one away. Recycle it, I mean. So let's go through a couple things here and try to clean up. Make it so I can get my truck in the garage. So you probably remember I got one of these nozzles not too long ago from Menards, and I got the wrong one. I thought it was going to be right, but it just doesn't blow out as forcefully. And I'm going to need these for an upcoming project. But nice to have this. A little bit of a... Okay, I did a dumpster dive the other day and found a bunch of stuff. Look at that. This should be prepared steel. This is interesting. Ooh, very nice. Number 1 copper right there. And another piece. Where's my wrench? Well, I'm looking for my bigger version of a crescent wrench here. Probably over by my metal melting. Get this handle off of here. There we go. Let's use the magnet. And nothing in there. Man, you want to talk about a nice piece of brass. Woo-wee. That is very nice. Man, that's great brass. Throw that in there. Then you can see this. A lot of solder on it. Drips all the way down. So this is going to be number 2. There really isn't any number 1. Except this piece right here is bronze. I don't even think it's red brass. I think it's bronze because of the color. It's like brownish. So I'm going to cut this out of here. Okay, there's some number 2. Some more right here. if we can get this thing off of here. Oh, man. I've got a plan for this vise, by the way. Might as well tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this plate and have some holes drilled into it. Because what I want is to be able to put this right here and then hold it all down with C-clamps. I bought some C-clamps. I can clamp it right like this. Hold it in place, and then I can put it all the way down there. And then if I need to move it, I can. But I need to get 4 holes drilled into this metal plate. And I want to take it to work to do that because I don't think I have what is needed to be able to do it here in my small time operation. But then everybody can relax a little bit and all that. But yeah, this is a pain in the rump. There we go. Now I gotta get my gloves. Okay, so that's not magnetic. It must be brass too. Probably yellow brass. Yeah, so I'm glad I took it off of there because this is yellow brass and this is bronze. Nice brownish, brown chocolatey color. And I have a separate bucket in here. Here's some more pieces like that are bronze, real brownish color. This being yellow brass, we'll throw that in the yellow brass. Then you guys told me to try one of these, what are they called, diamond blade. All right, so instead of using these, I can use this. I heard they're great. I heard they last longer. We'll see. I'm gonna keep using what I have right now. A couple bags of zip ties because I bought this like, I was gonna buy some chicken wire. And I got this stuff instead. It's kind of like a mesh, but the rabbits eat my blackberries every year, chew them right down to the stump, and so my blackberries never grow. So I got to try to block them from doing that. And I'm going to need the zip ties to keep that in place. And then here are my C-clamps. Would have been great to find some in an online auction or something and not pay so much. These were only, I don't know what they were, 10 bucks a piece or something. They weren't bad. $10, $12. Nothing major. Okay, so I saved another piece like this. You probably saw when I broke open that transformer. I used this to beat stuff, and in fact, it's right here. You can see how it's damaged on the end. So I'm going to keep these. These are good to have. Hope you guys hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Man, I find a lot of this stainless. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when I take it into the recycle center and see whether it's worth it or not. I just find so much of it that I take it, but man, it's so light. I think you need a truckload of it to be worth anything, but if I got tons of scrap, I won't waste my time with it, but I don't get a whole lot, so I'm making do with what I get. Yep, non-magnetic, and it sparks. So this is the bucket I have with that. And I don't know. Like I said, you don't get a lot of money for it. Here's my Sawzall blade that I roached during that transformer. Put it in the scrap steel. Now I have a couple of these pieces. Found it. You know, the bad thing about round stock like this is there's no way you can pinch it hard enough, because when you go to turn something, it just keeps spinning in here. These don't grab it. So you guys told me to turn my wrench around last time. I don't see why it makes any difference if it's this way or this way, but a couple of you guys thought it did, so I'll do that. Make you happy. And then if you can explain to me how I get better torque this way than the other way, I'd appreciate it. Let me do something here. Man, this thing is hot. Jeez. Okay, that's not even magnetic. It's probably zinc. Put that in the I don't know bucket. just putting it in. Oh wait, that's not the part I needed. Shoot. I need to get this piece off. Maybe this pipe wrench will do it. I probably don't do this the right way either. There you go. Never give up, man. Just keep trying different things. That's yellow. It looks brown on the outside, but it is yellow brass completely. Throw that in there. Now here we have another one. This looks like copper on the end. Holy smokes, it's brass. So let's get that cut off of there. Okay, got that piece off. This ring is brass. See where I scraped it? Goes in my brass bucket. Get this copper off real quick. Number 2, put that in there. Now we need a flat head. I don't know if drilling that out does anything. All right. Little WD-40 and a tap, and that screw that I was just working on is brass. It's nice, and this is probably going to be zinc die cast. Everything else is brass on here, nothing else to take apart. And once again, that's that chocolatey bronze. So I'm going to put that somewhere separate. And I'm going to melt it into a bar actually. Which if I do that then, I probably need to get this off of here. This looks like yellow brass. Before I spend too much time doing that, see if I could do it without needing too much heat. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is bright yellow. Okay, so tell you what, another screw on the inside. It's probably all brass, I would assume, because if you're dealing with water, you can't have anything corrode. No, totally wrong. That's totally magnetic right there. So I don't know what all is on the inside of this. There we go, piece of rubber. Bushing of some kind. Okay, so that all looks like bronze actually. Maybe I didn't need to take all that apart after all. Putting that in a separate bucket. Piece of number 2 and then bronze. Okay. And some brass right there. Look at this big old thing. It says a cartridge circulator. Okay. About exactly what I thought would be in there. I'll get the wires off. Okay. Put that wire in the wire bucket. Really, it's all magnetic. I'm not gonna fart around too much with this. I'm just gonna cut this off. It's pretty thick. It goes in here a little bit. I probably could have screwed that out of there. Don't know how much heat it would have taken. Anyway, it's a nice piece of number 2 copper. This would be prepared steel. It's all magnetic. Seem to find a lot of these. This is another one. What? Came off very easily. These are either cast or what is it? Zinc die cast. All brass, another big piece. Tell you what, that bucket's going to be a nice bucket. If I can hold off and wait till the thing gets full, which I always jump the gun on that because I want to get my money. I usually take it in before it gets full, and even then it's already heavy enough. Okay. Put my new tool to use here. This guy. Okay, so just like that, we got number 2. These pieces are number 1. Got some big pieces right here. Okay, this is all number 1. There we go. More number 2. All number 1. All free. Didn't have to do anything for it other than pull it out of a dumpster. I guess so many people say this isn't worth it or that isn't worth it. It's like, dude, I got this all for free. What are you talking about? Probably my best score of the year were those welders, where I paid $95 for 2 welders, and I ended up with almost $600 worth of copper out of them. That was fun. Okay, so let's get this cut up. A little solder right here. Throw that into number 2. All number 1. Not necessary to do this, but it sure fits into my bucket better, and then I can get more in there. And honestly, as thin as that is, from a outer diameter standpoint, it's thick. It's hard to bend. So that's got some good weight to it right there. Then we have this thing. I don't know what it is. Looks like there's a transformer in there. Okay, so I think all the wires on the inside are solid core. I don't know. I don't think so. We'll just throw it in like that. Okay, more wire. nice. I don't know what this thing is, but it's pretty big. See the transformer in here. Whoa, there you go. All kinds of stuff. The wires off of that. Yeah, both sides of this are copper. Tell you what. Oh, there's a bracket down here. Oh, man. Okay. Take this thing. Watch your feet. Okay, not prepared steel at my yard. This is all shred. Okay, so we'll get the copper off of this at some point. See here. Okay, so this is steel as well. Looks like aluminum BX, but it isn't. Now what you have here is a big piece of copper. You have a piece of brass right here, and then this is steel. So
quit playing with your dinghy.
okay, again, nice thick copper, nice number 2. And there's some on the inside, but I couldn't get it unscrewed, so it is what it is. Oh yeah. Broke that mofo right off. Of course it's going to happen because I've got this thing pinched in. It's going to pinch the blade. Hate it when that happens though. Now the reason why I did that is because this is brass right here that I couldn't get unscrewed, and then there's a copper bar right here as well. That's part of it, and I wanted to get that out of there. You know what's also really interesting is this steel did not spark very much, and my blade went through it pretty quickly, and I don't know what that means. There we go. So, okay, so this is probably cast iron, if I were to guess. And I could probably melt that in my forge. There's also this piece of copper that I was going to let go, but now this thing is opened up, I can pry it out of there. There we go. Jeez, for a big chunk of copper. And I actually got two chunks. Number one, and then I got this thing, which is brass and copper. I'm glad I cut that whole thing open. Okay, so there's your brass. So that was kind of a cool little thing. A valve of some kind, and I was able to get all the good stuff out of it. I am not going to melt that. Just throw it away. Get the wires off of this quick. Alright, so there's some minor stuff. There's a little transformer on that I'll get off of there. I think these screws are probably brass. If you look in there, you got some silver contact switches. Got this. Okay, so sometimes there's a little mesh screen in here that's steel, but there's nothing in this one. So that is all copper, and I believe that is gonna be it should be number one. I don't see any solder on it. So yeah, couple things I gotta take care of. So one thing I might be screwing myself on, which I think I might be, these blades are getting chewed up pretty good. You know, I had just started using them Maybe because this is stainless, not copper and brass, so I might have to think about doing this differently. Maybe using my cutoff wheel or something, because I just got that thing. I mean, I just barely started using it, and if you look at the blades, they're chunked up. So probably what I need to do right there. Okay, there it is. There are the covers. Okay. Aluminum goes in there. This wire, we're going to strip another day. All right. Make a few more adjustments here. Oh, yeah, baby. How about that? As always, more to do, but we're getting the truck in tonight, so let it snow, let it freaking snow. USA, all the way. Please hit the like button. We did good on the last video to get the likes on there, which was great. And let's keep it going. Hit the like button. I probably reminded you at the beginning of this video. So anyway, thanks for stopping by and watching me get some stuff done. I appreciate it, and we will see you on the next one.